Hey everybody, welcome to the video. This is Armand from Chi Skills, and today we're talking about how to awaken the energy body and why that should be your first Qigong exercise. Let's begin. Okay, awakening the energy body. Why is that important? Well, it can save us years if we have an exercise that can bring us directly to the feeling of life force. So we don't spend years waving our arms and hoping for a certain feeling, right? And the vital energy is like the foundation of everything that comes after in the Qigong. You could say climbing the ladder of Qigong. So this exercise can save you literally years of training. Okay, let's start. We start with bringing our awareness to the fingers and the palm of the hands. And that's important because, you know, the hands are close to your awareness and your attention, so it's pretty easy to bring your focus there, right? It's all about where's your focus. So we start with the fingers. We bring our awareness to the joints of the fingers, and on the in-breath, I gently pull the joints open. Pull the joints open of my fingers. And on the out-breath, I push the joints open. Gently pulling and pushing. Okay. We recognize a little stretch from that in the fingers. See? That's the fascia of the fingers, which is the energy body in its most physical form. Okay? That's the fascia. So that's the connective tissue. So then we bring our awareness to our lungs and mirror what we feel here with the lungs. Okay, so the stretch of the in-breath is the stretch of the palms. So I breathe in, stretch the palms and the fingers, same as I do with the lungs. And on the out-breath, it's the same feeling. So there's a coordination between the two. So stretch in the palms on the in-breath, gently pulling the joints open. On the out-breath, gently pushing the joints open with the stretch. That's the same as the stretch in your lungs. Okay. So then we go a little bit deeper with the breathing. Right? Same as I breathe into my lungs and out of my lungs, I'm going to start breathing into the stretch of the hands and breathing out of the stretch of the hands. So breathe in to the stretch and breathe out of the stretch. I bring my awareness in between the space of my hands, away from the stretch, looking for this feeling. That's the result of what I'm doing now. In and out. It's a fluidic feeling. It's the feeling like, hey, there's something there. It's a magnetic feeling as well. Bring my attention there, and I continue. I slowly bring my hands step by step a little bit closer together. I sort of compress the space in between the hands, and the feeling of magnetism becomes stronger with that. Also, when I breathe in, I can feel it on the outside of my hands, like there's something there. Yeah? So I close up the space slowly but surely. Smaller and smaller. And then at a certain point I rest my attention there in between the hands and I start tapping the feeling. Tap the feeling. I compress it and I start rolling this feeling. Being very aware of all the sensations you can feel. I start playing with this feeling, turning the ball around, compressing, making it a little bit smaller. Always the awareness in the space. Playing with this feeling of magnetism and energy, vital energy. And just play around with that. Allow yourself some time to play with it. And if you're done, just make some notes of what you felt. Maybe you had these tinkling sensations, this magnetism, this syrupy feeling. Those are all signs of vital energy. Very good. So it all starts between the hands because there's the most sensitive. There's the most sensitivity for you. But then slowly we make this feeling bigger and we start feeling what we feel here. The hands we start feeling on the outside, around the arms, until we have the whole energy body in our awareness, which becomes like, first is like a small ball between your hands, becomes like a big ball where you're in, right? And we have to go into the space of the feeling. This might take a while. If you're very sensitive, it will work very fast. And most people I've taught feel it in one session, right? Especially between the hands. Some people take a little bit longer. So if this takes a little bit longer, just allow yourself some extra practice with this. So, a little revision. Start with pulling open the joints on the in-breath and pushing the joints open on the out-breath. Then become aware of the stretch, a very subtle stretch, which is the same stretch as your lungs on the in and the out-breath. And that's a good exercise in itself, It's like a coordination exercise, becoming aware of your breath, becoming aware of the stretch in the hands. And then we start breathing into the stretch of the hands and out of the stretch of the hands, like we do with the lungs itself. Right? And then we start feeling this liquidy feeling of life force. And that's what we're playing with. Making it smaller, going to ball, playing with the ball, etc., etc. Have fun with it. Great exercise will save you years of training. Good luck. See you next one. If you like this, like and subscribe. There's a lot more of this stuff coming to help you save time, get into the feeling of life force and kick ass. Goodbye.